the influence of a reference group on the purchase behavior. Okay, so before going to that topic, we need to understand the concept of reference group. So let us understand what is reference group. So reference groups are groups that have a direct or indirect influence on the person's attitudes or behavior. Okay. And we as people are basically influenced by a reference group to which we do not belong. Sometimes there are some groups which are called membership groups. Membership groups are the groups to which we basically belong. And there are certain reference groups we do not actually belong, we aspire to belong. So the concept of reference group is that it's a group of people or individual who have direct influence on our attitude and behavior. So we learn new kinds of attitudes and behavior because of the influence of reference groups. Now let us discuss about what are the different types of reference groups that influence our buying behavior. So we were talking about that reference group. So at the outset, I mentioned that reference group has influence on our behavior. So what sort of behavior? So reference groups have influence on our buying behavior. Okay, so what do we buy is greatly influenced by the reference group. So what are the different types of reference group? There are different types here. Aspirational groups, that these are the groups which we do not actually belong, but we aspire to be the part of the group. Okay. Dissociative group, we actually don't have connection to these groups, but they influence our purchase behavior. Primary groups, which have primary influence on our purchasing behavior. Secondary groups and opinion leaders. Okay, so opinion leader is also a part of the reference group. So now aspirational group, what is aspirational group? Aspirational group is a group to which an individual wishes to belong. We aspire to belong to that group. And reference groups expose a person to new behavior and lifestyles. And it influences person's attitudes and self-concept. And this aspirational reference group also create pressure for conformity. And due to this pressure of conformity, we adopt different kinds of products and brands. So our choice of product and brands is influenced by the pressure for conformity. And now we'll understand what is meant by opinion leadership. An opinion leader is a person within a reference group. So what is opinion leader? Who is opinion leader? This is very, very important concept. So far as social factors in consumer behavior is concerned, an opinion leader is a person within a reference group who, because of special skills, knowledge, personality, and other characteristics, exert influence on others. And marketers need to identify these opinion leaders and direct products and communications toward them. So it's very clear that there are some people who have distinctive set of personality, they have distinctive sets of skills, they possess knowledge, and because of these factors, they can influence our decision making. So as a marketer, we need to understand or identify opinion leaders. Who are the opinion leaders? And we can target them with our marketing programs. So if we can identify the opinion leaders, if we can target them, and if we can convince them, they will convince our consumers. So that's the idea and key takeaway from the concept of opinion leadership. And there are some other factors which also influence our buying behavior, like family.